Most of you may be asking yourself, why is this strange man holding a flimsy plastic bag? And to that, I would say this is a very good question. And the only way to answer that question is to show you the three contents contained in this plastic bag. These three small and often unnoticed household items hold immense meaning in my life, showing not only who I am, but what I can be. For my first item, I will show you the small mirror. It's one of the most common household items in the world, yet it has a lot of meaning. It may be small, but it can show you and other people the real you that nobody else can see. It shows how I can or do see myself physically as well as others. I could show how I could say how I'm the most handsome man in the world, but others wonder why the mirror doesn't shatter when I look directly into it. Metaphorically, the mirror shows me how I can see myself on the inside where nobody else can. It represents my self-awareness and how I perceive myself versus how other people can't. I can see my own dreams and my ambitions, but I can also see my fears and doubts. While I stare at my own reflection, I can see how this small mirror reflects so much about my life, showing not only my physical self, but my hopes and anxieties as well. But as I stare into this mirror, it's nearly impossible to ask myself, what comes next? The mirror can only show the present, which leads me to my next item. For my next item, I will show you my old watch. Time is always moving forward, whether you want it to or not. Again, this item is small and often overlooked, but it holds a significant part of my life. Of course, this watch symbolizes time, but what I see is that time is the only force you cannot fight against. A couple months ago, my best friend, along with his grandparents, passed away in a house fire. And through my grief, I asked myself why I didn't spend more time with him. Why can I not go back in time to keep him up before he went to bed that night? Although it's tragic, time continued to move forward. While I could not fight against time, I learned to use it to my advantage. As time moved forward, I slowly healed. I learned to take into account everything that is happening around me. I told myself to appreciate everyone and everything and to look forward to the future. As time pushes forward, the constant rhythm of this watch reminds me that every moment counts. This watch measures our days, minutes, and seconds, but it doesn't matter. But it doesn't measure its meaning. This watch can't tell what I have or will do with the time I have. And that's where my third and final item comes in. So when the watch counts time, this notebook will capture it. This notebook holds the most of what I've ever done since the passing of my best friend. Aside from a camera or video recorder, a simple piece of paper can record fleeting moments. After taking advice from one of my close friends, I started to write down in this notebook to remind myself of all the good times my best friend and I had together. And I was able to relive these memories, and now I am able to do it forever. Along with reliving old memories, I can record new ones. A couple weeks after the funeral, I had recorded all the best things that have ever happened to me and recorded my own thoughts and mistakes. I could hold my own personal growth, dreams, and goals within these pages. While it isn't one of my items, it's a very important part of my life. This plastic bag is an essential part of my life as it holds everything I hold dear to me. Life isn't always the greatest. As growth, Life isn't always the greatest as growth doesn't happen in perfect conditions. Everything I am, my reflection, my urgency, and my story feels like it's barely holding together. And that's where this plastic bag comes in. Although not perfect, elegant, it still carries it all together. It carries the mirror, watch, and notebook, the messy, fragile, but essential parts of me. It can be stretched, crumpled, or even torn, but it still holds everything that matters. Surviving the day and holding it together, even if it's almost impossible, is enough. So If I were to ever feel lost in this world, all I need is to look around and find the big meanings in these small items. I would first see myself in the mirror, reminding me to reminding me to stop and look at not just myself, but also my worth and potential. I would then look down at my watch, listening not in fear of wasting time, but embracing what is to come and pushing forward. And finally, at the end of the day, I would open my notebook and record what I've done for the day. And as I do this, I reflect on the past and look to the future, knowing I'm growing. These aren't just common household items. They are symbols of who I am and where I'm going into the world. And so I ask you to look into yourselves and ask who you really are. And when you are back at home, look around and observe your own belongings that may have deeper meanings. Thank you.